God's teeth. Take them up!
Now, it's one of only 4 in the world, a replica hurricane that featured in the 1969 film The Battle of Britain. Well, this morning, a museum in Freeston near Boston announced it's the latest attraction. Jake Zuckerman has more.
Faced with certain defeat, fighting against insuperable forces, a miracle was achieved by a courageous few.
Released in 1969, The Battle of Britain is a classic British war movie, and today one of its stars made an appearance in Lincolnshire. This replica of a Hawker Hurricane, built for the film, was unveiled at its new home, the We'll Meet Again World War II Museum at Freeston near Boston.
When the film was launched, in 1969, it was actually craned up and put on the roof of the Odeon Cinema in Lincoln. And when we heard the story of that, obviously that is why we wanted this particular plane. Last year I was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and this was on my bucket list. The Battle of Britain is one of my favourite movies, and I wanted to see this out on my lawn at the museum.
The Hurricane was in poor condition and needed complete restoration.
It was in a really poor state, so there were cracks the way through it. Obviously a lot of the nuts, bolts, nails, they'd all gone rusty. It didn't have the original fabric on it as well. Some of the wood had woodworm. Some of the fiberglass again was in a cracked, poor way. So we literally had to restore nearly every single panel.
Volunteers from the Young Museum Group helped, putting in hundreds of hours of work.
Well, we've helped with the sanding, stripping paint back, a bit of spray painting, help with the canvassing, bit of panelling, bit of everything, fetching the tea.
It's just amazing to see the outcome of it all.
I can't even express how good it feels to see it. The only way I can really express it is it feels like Christmas to see the plane fully finished. Yeah.
Volunteers hope the Hurricane will help the museum attract more visitors in the future. Jake Zuckerman, BBC Look North, Freeston.
Really must go to the We'll Meet Again Museum.
Again Museum near Boston. Yes, it was bought earlier this year and has been lovingly restored. Sarah Clark has all the details.
It was the dawn of a new era at the We'll Meet Again Museum today near Boston, as the newly restored replica Hurricane used in the 1969 war film Battle of Britain was unveiled. A dream come true for owner Paul Britchford.
Really proud. It's lovely to see everybody, here and enjoying, something we thought we couldn't really do. The movie The Battle of Britain has always been my favourite. My father taught me to see it when I was 4 years old, and it stuck in my mind, and I thought it'd be really great to own something from the film, but I didn't think it'd be something quite that big.
It's a great privilege to come, and it looked a hell of a lot better than when I used to do Airfix models, I must admit, but no, it looked first class, and there's a lot of you can see sort of great expertise gone into it.
What's more remarkable is that the aircraft was used as a promotional tool for the film, sitting on top of Lincoln's Odeon Cinema for 2 months and becoming a star attraction of its own.
It's incredible the amount of people that we've had to the museum that haven't even seen the plane, but we've told them about it, and they say, oh, I can remember that. We went there with the school just to look at the plane, not to see the film, just to look at the plane on the roof.
Paul lovingly restored the aircraft with help from volunteers who worked tirelessly for months to get it finished after the aviation fan was diagnosed with terminal cancer last year.
It was in a mess. A bird's nest up the exhaust. There was a hole in the side. Pretty much it's been stripped right back to bare essentials and then rebuilt.
When he first decided that he was going to have a plane and it was going to be restored, I thought he'd absolutely gone mad. And I said he's never going out shopping when they buy something like that. But very proud, yeah. And for what he's achieved with it, to be fair, it's been difficult. It really has been difficult. But and he's not brilliant today, but it was his dream.
A dream that's touched the hearts of all involved, especially the young volunteers.
It's just really nice because it's like something we're always going to remember. Like, we've done it as a team and it's just amazing.
Rewarding because how I first saw it, it was in tatters, and how it is now, it looks like it's ready for action, really. It just looks like it's about to go on another film set.
Because it's such a big part of history, and a lot of people today still remember it, like on top of the Odeon Cinema and everything. So it's nice to know that it's bringing that part of the past back alive.
A legacy that Paul hopes will continue for future generations. Sarah Clark, ITV News, Boston.